Welcome to another episode of Shoulda Never Gave Y'all Mics.
Hello.
You know what it is. It's J. Ayers.
Tamisha Span.
We're back again. We're missing somebody though.
Yep. Your brother Newt said.
Dear Brother Lucy. I don't know where you are, Brother Lucy. But if you can hear me, if you get this message, please come home. We need you. We need you here. We need your presence. You are needed. We love you, Brother Lucy.
Right.
Please come
Trio is
home.
down to a duo tonight.
Yes. Okay, on a serious note, and we want to take.
Oh, hold on. Excuse my voice. I'm recovering from the weekend.
She was world famous.
So I was not world famous.
World
But
famous.
I am recovering from the weekend.
Y'all, she was scared of a whole wooden snake.
Smoker. Tell all my business. I might have to watch her tell you. So, anyway, that's besides the point. Recovering and trying to rest my throat, drinking hot hibiscus tea. So yeah, please excuse my throat. Sound a little extra strong today, but
Yes.
it's all good.
So, on a serious note, we want to say rest in peace to those affected in the helicopter crash. Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gigi, pilot, the coach and his family, and the others that were on board as well. What we're going to do at this point is we're going to do a 24-second silence. Again, we definitely want to send condolences out to the family. We are praying for the families, and we're praying for all of those affected by this tragedy.
Yes, family, friends, fans, those who were standing out there watching when it happened. Whether you knew who it was or not, I'm sure that's got to be very traumatic to have seen something like that. All the students, faculty, staff that were waiting at the school for them to show up.
Yeah.
Just prayers to everybody involved. I know that so many more lives were affected than just, the immediate family and friends. So, especially much prayers and shout out to the family and friends and the fans. And even if you weren't a fan, if you just loved and respected the game, you gotta, show your respect.
Definitely. So, we're going to go on to a lighter note. We're going to try to lift everybody's spirits with something a little bit more funny,
Yeah.
entertaining, so
Yeah.
to say. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about puppy love then and now.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You remember 3rd grade, 4th grade,
First crush or
when you sent that note. Did you like me? Yes, no, maybe. Check the box. You know what I'm talking about.
will you go to the dance with me?
Yeah.
That note.
You know what it is. Oh yeah.
When you're young, I'll go as far back as, the little kiddie stuff that you do all the way up to, high school. And I say that because it wasn't until I got a lot older that I realized that even though I thought I was in love a couple times, back then, it was in love for me, but it wasn't.
For them.
But it wasn't. No, I can't say for them because I don't know how they felt. I can't speak on them. I can say what I thought I was in love, when I thought I was in love, I realized that it was levels to it. So my level of thinking I was in love back then doesn't compare to what I think being in love is now.
Well, that's why they call it puppy love.
True.
That's the reason why they call it
right.
that. Yeah.
I just hate when adults our age and older, oh, they just kids, they don't know nothing. That might be true, but for them, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And for me, it was a big deal. I thought, it was special.
Yeah.
And it probably was for what I was going through at that time. So
yeah, it was special. You learned something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's some key things that I learned were either good that should carry on into adulthood, and then there were some things that were like, that's just not right.
Yeah.
That's not cool. We shouldn't be doing that.
Nah.
So yeah, I remember, doing Valentine's, because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And we took pictures in school, and you put your little picture on the little Valentine, So we had like a couple hours in class. I remember being like in elementary school, and your mom had to buy you Valentines, and you got your little heart-shaped candies with it, be mine, and you're cute and all that written on it. And we would take time and take the little picture stickers, the little sticker pictures, and put it on each one. But like I mostly gave mine out to my girlfriends. Like I had a bunch of girlfriends that, it was like, these are my friends and these are the people, I like having lunch with and I like playing outside with at recess and, hanging out with. So, I gave mine out to, everybody. Plus there was a time when it was all inclusive. You didn't leave anybody out. You weren't necessarily allowed to pick and choose who you wanted to give one to. You had to make sure you had one for everybody in the class.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
So you were telling me that at an early age, you were inclusive.
I'm not going to respond how you want me to respond to that.
I understand. It's okay.
You probably shouldn't have asked it, but I'm going to let you slide. Like I said, there was a time when
this is what I need.
Bullying was different. So that's why we had to be all inclusive, not on whatever you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
I know what you're getting at. I'm skipping right on over that.
What am I talking about?
So yeah, now they're separating everything, and you get to pick and choose who you include and who you.
Well, now I don't know about that because my son, they always send home a list. They send home everybody, all kids' names.
Okay.
And so I make sure he brings something for everybody.
Okay.
So that don't happen.
That doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah.
And so that might be one situation where, thankfully that teacher is all inclusive. But unfortunately,
that's being his whole. I mean, that might be just the school.
It might be the school, but
or the school system, but
the way that things are happening now, I would assume it's probably not as inclusive as it probably once was, or could be. I'll say that.
Possible.
So yeah. So back then we had stuff like that. I remember not being able to have a boyfriend until I was 16. I couldn't go on a date until I was 16.
Good thing you gave all your girlfriends all the candy.
Yeah. And my grades had to be good. So a boy couldn't pick me up.
But
For
your
a
girlfriend's
date.
good though, right?
They weren't driving either
Oh man,
in high school.
you couldn't even pass that off.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
Nah, like you, the girl, your friends come and pick you up. They take you to the date.
no,
Slick.
I wasn't. I don't think I was that
Man.
slick.
Y'all supposed to be the sneaky ones. I mean, I ain't have to be sneaky. I could just walk out the front door. But
My mom was not playing them games.
she had no issue with me.
It wasn't about issues.
I know
Because
that-
she
that's
didn't
not
have
what I'm
none with
saying.
me either.
That's not what I'm saying when I say
That's a
issue.
double standard. It's a double standard. So it's not about issues. It's a double standard. Boys could usually get away with stuff that girls can't.
I don't want to call it a double standard. This is what I would say.
Call it what it is.
It's not necessarily a double standard.
Yeah, but it is.
No, I don't call it a double standard. This is what I would say. Y'all can get pregnant, we can't.
So it's a double standard. Because up until recently, it wasn't a common thing for boys to bring babies home.
Okay.
That's the difference. 9 times out of 10, if a teenage girl gets pregnant, she's at home. If her parents don't kick her out, she's at home. The baby is with her. The boy is wherever doing whatever, maybe with somebody else at this point. It's a double standard. It's a real thing.
That's a conversation for a different show. Because
I'm just saying.
And the only reason why I say that is because it goes deeper than that.
It definitely does,
It
but
goes a lot deeper than that.
let's just say it's a double standard.
Because even if the boy wanted to take the kid at certain points, the way the system is set up, he might not get to it.
Again, not even going that deep with it. I'm just
That's
saying.
my point.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying before you even get to that, it's still a double standard. I don't care what you call it. I'm calling it what it is, and I think a lot of people would agree that that's what it is. Girls and boys are treated different. I couldn't have boys calling me. I got in trouble because in the 7th grade, in the 7th grade, my social studies teacher / homeroom teacher put everybody's name and phone numbers outside the classroom door. She posted everybody's name and home phone number outside the classroom door.
You know, it's a HIPAA violation.
So, like I was saying,
She should have been fired and fined.
so like I was saying,
Just saying.
she posted everybody's name and phone number outside the classroom door. I didn't know until about a couple of class periods later, and people had walked by, took your name, number down, because it's posted. So one of the guys in my class decided it was a good idea. I had to cover up my name and number and take it off. She thought it was a good idea because she felt like, oh, the kids could study together. Mind you, she was Caucasian.
Yeah.
I'll just put that out there. Y'all take it how you want to. She was Caucasian. She thought it was a good idea for everybody to have everybody's number, so if we needed help on a homework assignment or a project, we could call each other. That's what her mindset supposedly was. So we can help each other. However, we're 13 years old. 12, 13-ish. Kids ain't thinking about getting help with their homework or project. Boys at that age are calling to play pranks on the phone. Boys at that age are calling like, hey girl, like, you know what you doing. at that age, I wasn't allowed to have boys call in my house. That was not happening. Girls, yes, but there was a cutoff time and a time limit. Like, you don't own nobody's phone around here. Like, you can't. So it's one of those things that, it came to an issue. I got in trouble. I got yelled at. Why is such and such calling? You know you're not allowed to have boys calling. I had to tell my mom what my teacher did. Like, she posted everybody's number, and my mom went off. Plus, you brought up HIPAA violation.
That was HIPAA violation.
My mom worked for
She knew
CMC.
that.
My mom worked for
knew that.
CMC for many years, and so, but that wasn't what she was upset at. She was upset because who are you to post everybody's name and number? She wasn't thinking about it being a HIPAA violation. She was thinking, why are you giving people access to my house?
That too.
My phone number.
Yeah, that was a violation.
It doesn't, it's one of those things where it's like, like I said, my mama was not, definitely not playing that.
Yeah, y'all could have got paid.
Yeah, it was a different scenario. Like, it was crazy. Like, back then, I remember Valentine's Day getting like fake flowers. I thought it was like the best thing. So you laugh, but
Fake flowers.
I know adult women who don't like receiving real flowers because they die. So you wasted all this money getting these real flowers because they die. I love flowers. Not from psychopathic people, but I do. I love flowers. And so, even in the 8th grade, he was in the 9th at the time, he paid attention to the fact that I like flowers. And I don't know, I knew he had a whole nother situation, but he thought enough to get me fake flowers because he was like, they'll last a lot longer and you can remember me. And he sprayed like little cologne on it. I had a teddy bear. I had to lie about like where it came from because I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend, which means why is some boy giving you flowers and
So what'd you say about
candy? What? Yeah. So I mean, she let me keep it that time. She let me keep it that time. But she was like, that was really sweet. Plus, he got me a gift for my birthday as well. So, because it's so close to Valentine's Day, he didn't jip me. So I thought that was cute. But adults do now. Like, I get jipped. I get one or the other. So that's like a difference. Yeah, just inconsiderate and selfish. I'm just saying. Yeah. You know what people do nowadays? They break up with you right before Christmas and then hit you up for St. Patrick's Day. Like, hey, big head, what's up?
Hey, big head.
I'm just saying. Things were a lot different. You had to wait, to talk on the phone. I did a lot of sneaking on the phone. My older sister, because she was older, she was able to be on the phone. So I used to have people calling, like three-way calling. Hey, had to do what you had to do.
I ain't have to do all that.
Understand it? It's all good though.
I don't think it was, well, I don't know. I think some of your stuff came because you had, 2 sisters before you?
And a brother.
No, but they got pregnant at a young age though?
Well, one was 20, the oldest was 21
When she got pregnant? And the other one was
The other one was 16.
Yeah, so...
No,
like
they had the same rules. They had the same rules. My mom was old school. Like very old school.
Oh, I agree.
So, but there's a lot of people who, still feel the same way. I don't know if I'll be as strict with mine, but I can understand. You know what I'm saying? I definitely can understand, but I don't think I want to be that strict to where, you know, I feel like they have to sneak about everything.
Now, do you think that level of discipline cause you to be more rebellious or sneaky?
No, not then.
Okay.
When I became an adult and graduated from high school, yes. But in school, no, I was scared. I was fearful. I was terrified. For me, apparently, I know people I went to school with did work for them as well. I think that was probably the most that I did was sneaking on the phone. One night I snuck out, but when I snuck out, I was in the neighborhood. Like, I didn't go far. Like,
Yeah.
so I lived like in apartments. We had a little, what we call the breezeway, a little walkway area. We had steps. So I was out with my older sister. We were just sitting outside talking with the neighbor who lived exactly beside us. My boyfriend at the time lived in the building across from us in that parking lot. So like he came outside on the patio and like we talked, but it wasn't. I think that was probably like the worst of it was like sneaking outside. Like one night, of course I got caught because one of the babies was crying. And we didn't get the baby in time because it woke my mama up. So, yeah.
Yep.
But I've been out for like 2 hours. But we had been coming back in, like checking in, like to see if she was up, like to make sure, you know, the babies wasn't crying or anything like that. But that was probably like the extent of it. And I probably was like 15 then.
Okay.
I had to be about 15 then. So, yeah. Something like that.
I mean, for the most part, I kind of go as I wanted to. I mean, of course I had a...
You had a curfew?
Yeah.
What time was your curfew? 12?
Yeah.
At what age?
It was 12 until I was like 16. And after that, as long as
Like checked in?
I was good. But the thing is, though, now let me preface this. First off, at that time frame, I played a lot of sports, and like anything outside of sports that I was doing, I did like music stuff. So I was with like older people that were adults. So I wasn't just out doing random stuff. So if I was out somewhere, I was with some adults that were probably at like in church functions doing stuff.
Okay.
So I wasn't just out random places.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta add that in there because
I wasn't out random places.
Okay.
And if I was out somewhere else, it was probably in my own neighborhood, hanging out with some of my homies, probably playing basketball or something like that.
Okay.
Nothing wild.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
Okay.
So she gave me leeway because I ain't do nothing to get in trouble.
Didn't matter.
Yeah. I didn't do stuff to get in trouble. I stayed, for the most part, I stayed out of trouble. And the reason why I played so many sports, because I did have an anger issue, and I had coaches that made sure to keep me involved in sports to keep me out of trouble. Because, I mean, I remember, I can remember I think it was maybe 7th grade. Coach came to the house and was like, no, you come and play football. Because you can't, come on. We can't let you be in trouble. You got to do this right here.
So you had gotten in trouble and that's why they came?
Yeah, I got in trouble in
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they were like, no, we need to do this, X, Y, and Z. So,
Well, that was cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't play sports. At one time, I worked with the girls' volleyball team. I traveled with them on Saturdays, or I was at the school, which was in walking distance to my house.
Yeah,
So
I took my SAT.
I was able to.
Funny story, had to go twice. You know why? I got my license the first time. Well, actually, I didn't get it. It fell out my pocket in the car.
Not the car you were in, I suppose.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
So, even funny story, I rode back with that time our kicker because he didn't bring his license either.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Funny stuff.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you remember like dating in high school?
Yeah.
What kind of stuff did you do?
I tried to be original. I tried. Not in high school. So original believers.
You gotta speak up.
Yeah.
You gotta speak up.
Oh no. I tried to be original as much as possible, but again, I was in high school, so limited funds. Yeah,
That means creative.
creative. Yeah, that's the thing, creative. I did have a job, so, but you know, I can remember the girl that I was dating at the time. Both of us like movies, so we kind of went to movies a lot. That was kind of like a thing. But I used to do flowers a lot.
Okay.
Because she liked flowers. And there's a really cool florist in town where they do live roses and it's really dope. They get all kinds of dope flowers over there.
Okay. Like the colored ones and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would get really nice flowers from there. Also, she was into
Winnie the Pooh?
yeah.
Okay, I was a Tigger fan.
So I got her a giant Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Like giant. She was short, and Winnie the Pooh was like her height.
Wow. Oh, so you spent nice money on that. Yeah, you did. But then again, Winnie the Pooh is a little more common than Tigger.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta remember, this was back then.
I know.
So-
And even still, Tigger back then was more exclusive
Yeah.
because it was hard to find Tigger.
Yeah.
You can find Piglet, you can find Eeyore, you can find Winnie.
You can find all of them at the Disney store.
Again, the Tiggers are limited, and I know because said person in college, we used to spend quite a bit of time at the Disney store at Carolina Place Mall, and that's where several of my Tiggers came from.
Yeah.
He bought those because he knew how much I love Tigger, including my Tigger tattoo. So yeah, I was saying that in relation to the size. A lot of them go by the size, or if they're collector's item, like they do a different Christmas one every year.
Oh, yeah.
So they have, I still have mine. Yeah, they're awesome. But, that's the kind of stuff now. Build-A-Bear was just coming about around that time.
My son has a bit
I never did one.
Yeah.
I keep saying I'm going to, but
I got him one when he was a baby. Yeah. It was pretty good.
oh, that's what's up. Now see, that's like the thing now, like these kids are like getting jobs and babysitting and cutting grass so they can pay for, like Valentine's Day is coming up. You're gonna get your Valentine something, a new girlfriend, boyfriend. These kids nowadays, they buy matching outfits. they rocking like matching J's and
Oh yeah.
you know, we got Tim, you know, we got the matching Tim outfits, you know, matching Adidas.
Yeah, we're gonna drop 500 on Valentine's Day.
Polo shirts. I'm like, wow, like these kids is now. Back then you did good to, you know, get your little flower, get your little cards, maybe a little set from Bath and Body Works, you know. That was cute, man. You know, then now these kids is going in.
They go for it.
Rocking matching polo outfits.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, clutch my pearls. Wow.
Are we getting the new J's that's dropping? J's.
I mean, I guess the thing is, if she has small feet, it might not be so bad. But I've always had adult size feet, so.
Yeah.
My little boyfriend in high school was like, that I was on and off again with. We spent a lot of time at the movies, which was cool. We spent a lot of time at the movies, which I still love to this day. Love the movies. And we spent a lot of time walking to Lakewood University, which was also cool because I love water. So anytime I can be around water, you know, we just walked and spent a lot of nights at, you know, a lot of Friday nights at his games and cheering them on and all that good stuff. But now, these kids is like taking weekend trips and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, who? Who is doing that? They spending the night, got they spending night bags.
They got go bags like I got go bags.
I mean,
wait a minute.
Yeah.
You got a what? You know,
Right.
I wish John would tell me he got a go bag.
Well, I mean, at his age, I would hope not. But a couple more years, he might. And then, don't look at me like that. Then what?
We gonna find out what.
Right. We sure is, because I want to see how this plays out. I want to see how you handle this.
You gonna see?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He gonna see too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear that? Yep.
He won't have one no more.
Why? He's a good kid. Double standard.
Okay, double standard. he did that baby right to your house.
Who said anything about a baby? See how you thinking?
Nah.
See how you thinking? But I will say this, you know, I personally feel like a lot of, with the technology we have today, it's a lot easier to be in a relationship.
See, that's the thing that I was gonna say.
You know, as a kid or a teenager, it's a lot easier.
I don't know about that. I think it's harder.
Really?
Yeah, because I've noticed, being in the field that I work in, it's harder. Like when I work especially when I work in the group homes, and I used to take these kids out, and we, like, let's say we go to the mall or something, and they see some girls, and I'm like, yo, you should go talk to this girl over there, and they'd almost be afraid to talk to the girls.
Which is a common teenage thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is to a certain extent, but sometimes the ones that would go talk to them,
Sorry about that.
they wouldn't know how to. But if you put them in a situation where,
They have to.
if they was on something electronic, messaging or something like that, they have all the words they need. Because they could do it online where they're not face to face.
Right.
Okay, but that doesn't make it easier because you need to be able to interact with
I said
somebody.
nothing about meeting a person. I'm saying it's easier to be in a relationship because you can contact that person. So you could send pictures because, you know, it's like, I miss you. Oh, I miss you too. I miss you too. And, you know, you could send pictures. You can Skype. You can FaceTime, Messenger, Duo, all that stuff. You can send all that stuff. And you can sneak and send text messages. I'm not giving anybody's kids tips. I'm just saying what is. So don't take it as I'm trying to help y'all kids do something wrong that they probably already doing.
But if you don't have that connection when you meet them face to face, though.
But 9 times, that's what I'm not talking about meeting a person. I'm saying just in general, because like I said, for me, like it was harder because I wouldn't see you until I was in school. And then when summer let out, then what? If that person doesn't have a car, or you don't have a car, and you can't see them, they can't have visitors, you can't meet them somewhere, yeah, it's 10 times harder. I didn't ride the bus frequently in high school, in life ever. Like
You wasn't rocking with cats.
I mean, it wasn't that. Some of it, there was some of that, but for the most part, no. Like I wasn't like. I remember like 9th, 10th grade, like one of the older brothers from my church. It was like a bunch of teenagers. He was like a big brother to me, so he took me out a lot, and let me hang out some. And my mom had trusted him and knew that I was in good hands. She knew, he wouldn't let anything happen, anything go awry. We went skating, we went to movies, we did stuff, so I could go out. But no, like now these kids ride the bus because that's how they get back and forth to school. Which I went to school with some. It wasn't probably nearly as many as now, but back then there were a few kids that rode the city bus to school. So it was like, oh, I was in walking distance. Like, as soon as I came to the street of my neighborhood, I'm looking dead smack at the school. Like, so for me, and if your boyfriend lives on the other side of town, or if he lives 15 minutes in the car away, that's huge on the bus. You got to go downtown, then catch another bus, connect. You got to transfer. Nah. So I loved when my older sister came home, because she drove. She would take me to meet my little boyfriend, take me to the mall or whatever, might take me to his house. I had a slightly, older boyfriend. She'd braid his hair, we'd hang out. His mom would cook, or she'd take us to McDonald's or something, something like that. But now it's like half these kids is driving, or they're making the way. It's no excuse. You can Uber or Lyft to somebody.
Yeah.
You can Uber or Lyft now. Now it's like I see these kids using the computer and like sending emails. Like, I don't have social media, so they're sending emails back and forth to each other to keep in contact. And I'm like, how genius is that? Like, you're not old enough to have Facebook. You don't want to lie and your parents find out that you got a Facebook anyway, or Instagram. So you create an email, and that's how you're connected. And I'm like, I don't know adult men that put in that much effort. I've yet to meet one that would put in that much effort. Like, it's a lot of excuses.
From what I've noticed about us as adults, the older we get, the more drawn we get.
Why do you think that is? Experiences, past hurt.
I think that's got something to do with it, but I also think if you're anything like me, you get comfortable being with yourself. And you get comfortable with your own company.
So that means, but I've known you to put in some effort.
No,
maybe not.
I will.
Maybe not creating an email.
Well, no, that's not right. But no. But,
I've known you to put in effort.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, for me, there are plenty of times. As many times as I like to be around people or be around certain people, there are plenty of times where I want to be by myself.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, but I think there are some people that are like that too, where
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess, but then why are you even dating? Leave me alone. I'm comfortable with myself. I take myself to the movies. I haven't been to the mall in a while because, physical reasons, but with my foot. Yeah, so I haven't been to the mall as much as I used to go to the mall and walk around, but I mean, I'm used to that. I go to the movies, I go to dinner, I do certain things by myself. The older I am, the more I want somebody to do it with. I want a companion. It's great to do it with your friends. It's great to do it with your homegirls, your siblings. Oh, hey, babe.
Yeah.
There's certain stuff that I feel like is just better with a companion.
And I also think
That you could date.
I think people don't want to go through the first phases of meeting people.
The interview
awkward,
stage.
The awkward phases of meeting people.
The
They don't
interview
want to go
stage.
through that anymore. They just want to skip parts. Just like, I'll give you a great example. For me, and this has nothing to do with that part, but this is something sidebar. Sidebar. Personally, sometimes I think about like, hey, maybe I want another child. And then when I think about it, I'm like, hey, if I really want another child, I kind of want to skip 1 through 5. Let me get them where they are. You can have 1 through 4, a little bit too much work. Let me get them at 5. We can rock when they're 5. We can get it. We can run from there. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I do.
Yeah.
And I personally am tired of the interview phase, as my friend called it. He's like, man, I'm tired of this interview phase. I get it. Because it's like, okay, a lot of people put this mask on and show you the representative, as my other homegirl says. You meet the representative. And like I was talking to my cousins this weekend, they was like, we know you want to get married, we know you want to have kids. You can't like scare this person off. Like, you can't tell them like, oh yeah, I want to get married and have kids. And I'm like, I would never introduce myself like, hi, I'm Tamisha. I want to get married and have kids. Like, no, I would not. But I also don't want to waste anybody's time. So,
You see, the thing that I noticed a lot with a lot of ladies is this right here. When you're genuine and you're yourself, at least for me, when I'm myself and I'm genuine and I be myself, for some reason, why are you single? Why are you single? That continues to pop up. You can't be real. It's apparently I can't be myself because apparently I'm too good to be true, or any of those combination of things.
I get that a lot. I get that.
So
You're almost 37, you don't have any children, you've never been married, what's wrong with you? But guess what? I look at people the same way, honestly. Like, I'm kind of like, what is it? But in reality, we all have a plethora of reasons why. Partially because ain't nobody set up an email just to contact me.
same.
I mean, I'm joking, but you want to see somebody put in some effort. Is what I would like. I would like somebody to put in some effort as opposed to texting me to death. That's all you got is a text. So for me, it's like, okay. But I guess that's the difference now. The difference between dating back then and dating now, we have different expectations. I think the younger generation now is already kind of at a more mature expectation when it comes to dating, and I say that because they're doing stuff that adults are doing, as opposed to when I was that age. It was like, we might go to the movies, we might grab McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever. That's it. Adults now are like on those goals, like taking trips, matching outfits. You know what I'm saying? Even these promposals are crazy. like, OMG, like getting the whole school behind you, that takes effort. That is on some will you marry me, meet me at the altar, your white dress type level.
I would say this. I would say they are copying what they see adults do. But I won't say that they are on more mature.
No, not necessarily mature, but they're already, like I said, my level of maturity back then wasn't even copying. It was just like, it was we passing notes. Like, we writing love letters. He might make me a football, you know.
Yeah.
Like, no, it wasn't.
Well, you gotta also realize too, our technology wasn't the same back then either.
Even still. So with the technology now, that's just how we can see so much stuff that's going on that these kids are doing. Like, that's why these promposals are so huge, is because this boy got the whole school together, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the whole school behind him. Her friends are in on it, you know, the staff is in on it, you know, the parents is showing up, videotaping, like, look what my baby did, like, you know. And that's, I think, some of the difference, not all, but some of the difference with then and now is we have more access to it. Unless the news station gets wind of it, you know, we don't know about half that stuff. Back then, now it's like everybody's pulling out their phones, iPads, whatever they can record on, they uploading it. Yeah, so now it's like you can see everything, but you know, this. You remember when you had to call the movie theater to find out what time the movie started, how long it was gonna be, and don't miss the one thing because somebody's talking to you in the background because it's too much noise, because now you gotta hear it all over again. Like, press 1 to repeat the whole thing. Now, hey boo, you wanna go to the movies? You can order tickets now, you know, on the phone. It makes dating a little, you know, a little different. A lot different, but
It does.
So I'm like, okay, you know. It's so many things. Like now, you know, the kids is doing different stuff. Like I remember one of my homeboys in high school was in like the culinary class. And so he baked me a heart-shaped cake for Valentine's Day. Like that's the kind of stuff, you know. Now these kids are like, I'm sending you a edible arrangement. Like, he made this in class. It was the sweetest thing ever. Like, super cute. Like, now they're like spending $60. Like, or who is it? Cherries, berries. They ordering cherries, berries, ordering stuff off of Amazon. I'm like, geez. Nice. Can't get that. Like, couldn't get that back then. Like, no. You ordered something, it took a moment. Which I don't even really think people were ordering stuff back then like that. Well, I didn't know anybody was doing it. No. You might have had a cute t-shirt printed at Eastland though. A little name necklace.
A little caricature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Little name necklace, you know. That was $25. That was cute. It was, because I kept mine for like the longest. What?
I'm just laughing at the fact.
Because they're coming back out now, which is so crazy. Like now it's like a whole new thing. I rode by there earlier today and it was like, wow. Look, wow.
Memories. Yeah.
You know, one of my boyfriends there was a whole like fight out there. He was crazy. Rest in peace, Harold. Like, you know, life happens.
It does.
R.I.P. Spent a lot of time watching the ice skaters. You know, that was the thing. Watching the ice skaters, because who was going ice skating? That is my goal for, you know, this holiday season 2020.
Oh,
Is to go ice skating.
to go ice skating.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that.
So I might have, hopefully I'll have a date.
I'm gonna be there to record as she falls.
And I will not be telling him when I'm going.
Don't worry. I'll be there.
He won't.
You guys will get to see it first.
I assure you, he will not be on TMZ status. He will find out that I went ice skating after the fact. He will not know. Nope. Don't have a clue. You trying to get blocked now or later? How you want to play this?
Well, now
You want to have to send me emails?
Well, that's how we gonna do it.
He might put GPS on my phone, y'all. Y'all know he a little. He was on the Geek Squad. Wasn't that the Best Buy Geek Squad? Yeah, he was on the Geek Squad. He might put a tracking device on my phone. I don't know.
Oh man.
So yeah, there will be no footage of me. No. Unless you go stalker mode, then I'm. You might.
Why would I stop?
Because that could possibly win us $100,000 on America's Funniest Video.
It would just.
That's why.
It could just be a double date. See? Why not?
Because I don't trust you in your phone. Or her phone. Or his.
He gonna be there anyway.
I just said who I don't trust with phones. 1, 2, or 3.
So what, you going by yourself now?
I mean, he's not going to record it. Because he'll be too busy holding my hand. So he ain't going to be able to record it.
Oh,
We're going to be trying to keep our balance together.
okay, I got you. I understand.
So
what
that
you're saying.
eliminates that.
Okay. See,
You're uninvited. I mean, you wasn't invited, but now you're definitely uninvited.
see how she treats me, America.
Y'all see how he started off the video earlier telling my business? That's why. That's why. I mean, it happens. See? You messed it up for yourself. You're going to tell everybody out there my little business. Then you're going to be trying to post a video like you TMZ to somebody. First on the scene. No, it's okay. I'll pass. Yeah. But, you know, if I can get a date, that'd be great.
Where y'all at? Why y'all ain't hit her DMs yet?
And they have not. Amazingly.
I'm saying. Y'all gotta hit her DMs.
Jay Ellis hasn't hit my DM yet.
Jay,
I'm just saying.
you wild.
I'm just saying.
Bro, you all the way wild.
Just say hi. Make my day. That would be an awesome birthday present since my birthday is coming up on February 11th. I don't have Cash App. If I did, I would tell y'all. But I don't have Cash App anymore.
Hit up her DM.
Yeah.
Wish her happy birthday.
February 11th.
Take her out for crab legs.
Yummy.
Yeah.
And I do like yummy crab. And I
Yeah.
like juicy crab. And I like king crab.
All that. And she likes sushi.
Certain kinds of sushi. Let me preface that because
Yeah.
with the rice,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need anything misconstrued, you know.
Yeah.
Misconstrued
Yeah.
with the T. Either one. I
Yeah.
don't need it mixed up at all.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Give me your info.
it's Miss Tigger1 on IG, Tamisha Span on Facebook.
I'm Jay Blackbeard on IG, Jay Ayers on Facebook. The show is Shoulda Never Gave Y'all Mics.
Damn. What? First of all, let me just say this real quick. I'm definitely fans of a lot of people, but there is something to be said about this new revived relationship between Cardi and Offset, and I'm a fan.
Okay.
I'm a fan, and hey Cardi, and I am Cardi B, yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey girl. Don't judge me.
I'm not.
Don't judge me.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's been another episode. You know what it is.
Yep. Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yes.
Spotify,
DM
YouTube, Anchor,
Yes.
Apple,
Google.
Google.
The whole
Hit us
nine.
up.
Hit
And
us up.
if you can't remember, DM us.
Yeah.
Send us show ideas. We still waiting on some show ideas.
Yes.
We got a couple in the works, but you know, we'd like to hear your thoughts. What do y'all think is different about dating, you know, when we were kids and
Tell us about your experiences.
these teenage loves now, or, you know,
Tell us
even
about your
middle school.
love.
Yeah.
Your first date.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That would have been a good one. To ask what your first date was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Yeah, let us know. Any cute stories?
Yeah.
If you've been married like a super long time, if you married your high school sweetheart or your sweetheart from elementary school or something like that, let us know.
That would be.
We'd like to highlight that. That would be dope for Valentine's Day.
Yes, it
We'd
would.
like to highlight that. Much love and respect to everybody on these long-term relationships.
Let us know. Hit us up.
Yeah. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah. Until next time.
We out.
Peace.